The air crackles with an intense heat. Acrid smoke stings the eyes and fills the lungs with a taste of ash. Towering flames devour everything in their path with relentless hunger. Trees once bursting with life stand as charred skeletons. This is not a scene from a disaster film, but our planet's reality. Wildfires now rage with unprecedented ferocity and frequency. From the Amazon to the Australian outback, from California to Siberia, the Earth is ablaze. Homes destroyed, lives lost, ecosystems turned to ash. The true cost extends far beyond the immediate aftermath. A desperate plea from our planet in the grip of a climate crisis. The link between these fires and our changing climate is undeniable. Warmer temperatures and altered weather patterns create ideal conditions for these infernos. Wildfires are just one symptom of a much larger issue threatening life on Earth. Across the globe, we are witnessing the consequences of a warming planet. Glaciers, once mighty rivers of ice, are melting at alarming rates, causing sea levels to rise. Coastal communities face the threat of displacement, their homes and livelihoods swallowed by the encroaching sea. Extreme weather events are becoming increasingly common and severe. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones gather strength from warmer ocean waters, unleashing their fury on coastal regions with devastating force. Droughts parch once fertile lands, while unprecedented rainfall brings floods, destroying crops and displacing millions. The delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems is collapsing. Coral reefs, vital nurseries for marine life, are bleached and dying as ocean temperatures rise. Species are struggling to adapt to rapidly changing environments, with many facing extinction. The evidence is overwhelming, the statistics alarming. The Earth's average temperature has risen by approximately 1 degree Celsius since the late 19th century, with the majority of the warming occurring in the last 4 decades. The consequences of this seemingly small shift are far-reaching and profound. The science behind climate change is clear and well-established. It centers on a natural phenomenon called the greenhouse effect. Gases in the Earth's atmosphere such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide trap heat from the sun. This trapped heat warms our planet, making life as we know it possible. However, human activities, particularly since the Industrial Revolution, have dramatically increased the concentration of these greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Burning fossil fuels for energy, coal, oil, and gas releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Deforestation, the clearing of forests for agriculture, logging, and other purposes, further exacerbates the problem. Trees act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When they are cut down or burned, that stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere. This increased concentration of greenhouse gases is trapping more heat within the Earth's atmosphere, leading to a gradual but undeniable warming of the planet. This process, known as global warming, is the driving force behind the climate crisis we face today. Our reliance on fossil fuels is a major driver of climate change. The burning of coal, oil, and gas for electricity, transportation, and industry releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Deforestation, driven by agricultural expansion, logging, and mining, exacerbates the problem. Forests act as vital carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When we clear-cut forests or burn them, we release that stored carbon back into the atmosphere, further accelerating the warming of our planet. Our industrial agriculture practices, particularly large-scale livestock farming, also contribute significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. Livestock, particularly cattle, produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas, as a byproduct of digestion. These human activities have fundamentally altered the Earth's natural balance. We are now facing the consequences of our actions as the planet struggles to cope with the increasing burden we have placed upon it. If we continue on our current path, the consequences of climate change will become increasingly dire. Scientists predict more frequent and intense heat waves, leading to widespread heat stroke, respiratory illnesses, and increased mortality. Water scarcity will become a defining challenge of the 21st century. Droughts will intensify, shrinking freshwater supplies and leading to conflict over this precious resource. Rising sea levels will threaten coastal communities, displacing millions and causing untold economic damage. Food security will be severely compromised. Crop yields will decline as temperatures rise and rainfall patterns become more erratic. Fisheries will be impacted as ocean acidification and warming waters disrupt marine ecosystems. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. We face a critical juncture, a moment in history where inaction will have catastrophic and irreversible consequences. Across the globe, individuals, communities and nations are rising to the challenge, demonstrating remarkable ingenuity and resilience in the face of the climate crisis. The transition to renewable energy sources is gaining momentum. Solar, wind, geothermal and tidal power offer clean, sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. Technological advancements are making these renewable energy sources increasingly affordable and efficient. Sustainable practices are being adopted across various sectors, from agriculture to transportation to manufacturing. Farmers are implementing practices that conserve water, reduce soil erosion, and sequester carbon in the soil. Individuals are embracing more sustainable lifestyles, reducing their carbon footprints through conscious consumption, energy conservation, and opting for eco-friendly transportation. The climate crisis is a global challenge that requires a collective response. No single individual, community, or nation can solve this crisis alone. It demands international cooperation and bold leadership. We must demand action from our leaders and hold corporations accountable. Support businesses committed to sustainable practices. Every individual has a role to play. By making conscious choices, we can create a sustainable future. The time for action is now. Let us rise to the challenge and secure a healthy future.